Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. They don't wanna see me shine. They pray that I call it quits. I feel like I'm losing my mind, like I got Parkinson's. Haters get off my dick. You don't know how hard it gets. Now watch me kill the shit. Start the apocalypse. Start the apocalypse. Watch me start the apocalypse. Start the apocalypse. Watch me start the apocalypse.
Well, yes, I'm fluent in Excel, and it's not a problem adapting to new programs. I do think I'd be a good addition to your team.
Seems like you should be running the team to me. Your resume is a mile long.
That's what 22 years of hard work looks like.
All that hard work, and yet you're here, applying for a secretary position. Doesn't that bother you?
Why? Do you think I'm overqualified?
Yeah, don't you?
Well, I have a son, and when you have a family to provide for, it's a little bit different.
I understand, but never sell yourself short, sister. You don't have to be afraid to say no to something that's beneath you.
Sasteria Villos?
That's me. Good luck.
I do think I'd be a good...
Is this seat taken?
No.
A secretary?
No, Dee, a personal assistant.
Listen here, you can clean up Julia Roberts all you want, but at the end of the day, she's still a hooker, Eve.
Dang, Dee, you act like being secretary is demeaning.
It's not demeaning, but 22 years of freelance accounting, it's not easy work.
And neither is secretary work, Denise. It's not all coffee and orders and taking calls. Well, not with Clive. He's gonna have you review contracts, case files. You're basically gonna be an unofficial lawyer.
And this Clive, he's a lock?
Yeah, we go way back. He was in African American literature class back in high school, and he'd cheat off my homework all the time. Mr. Owen owes me a favor.
Wait, Mr. Owen?
Yep, Clive Owen.
Clive frickin' Owen, Eve?
Yeah, do you know him?
No, but you are aware.
The fact that he and English actor Clive Owen share the same name?
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
He is too. Don't bring it up. He hates it.
Okay.
Avoid that landmine, and then you'll be all set, earning $19 an hour.
Jesus, that much for a personal assistant?
See, working for Richard Gere doesn't seem so bad, does it?
And I thought I was going to be working for Clive Owen.
You mind getting your hands dirty, do you?
Not at all, Ray.
Good, because we need a couple more people in the garden section. I only got like 3 other guys out there now, and one of them's a couple of days away from joining the combos, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, also, it gets pretty hot out there, so it's best if you invest in a sun hat.
No need. The hair actually has a combination hat and chia pet, so...
You joke now, but you're going to be wishing for that hat when you got 90-degree beams of sunlight raining down on you, stacking brick after brick, moving mulch till you collapse.
Sounds fun.
And obviously, working out there in garden, you're going to have to handle flowers too.
Don't worry. I used to help my grandmother all the time with the rose garden.
Basic, but beautiful choice for a flower.
Beautiful indeed, man. I mean, like, her roses are probably the most beautiful and brightest flower in her garden. You can't go wrong with a rose.
Trust me, kid. There are so many things that can go wrong with a rose. On some days, they look fine, and you'll think to yourself, I've done my job. They look healthy enough. And then you go off, you help a customer or two, you handle some returns, you take a 15, and when you get back, they're withering away because you didn't water them enough. On other days, you'll see something wrong with them, and you'll try to do something about it. You'll change their soil, sprinkle a little miracle grow, water them some more because that was the issue last time. You weren't paying enough attention to them, and they're still not happy. Apparently, that's not enough either.
Maybe it's a white fly infestation.
Or it could be a black guy infesting her.
I'm so confused. Are we still talking about flowers here?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to do this.
Nah, it's good. Big happy thoughts. Nothing floral. Y'all on the beach.
Ray, it's Cornelius. He passed out on the petunias.
Don't call me! Call 911!
What the hell's happening?
I don't know, man.
I want to thank you for the upcoming opportunities. I know you'll get us through this. And tell Calvin that I love him.
Brian, I understand you're eager and everything, but I have to be honest. You're not a right fit for this job.
You don't understand. Dogs are my life.
Plenty of people tell me that on a daily basis. It's one thing to be a dog person, and it's a completely different thing to be their authoritative figure. These misguided creatures need someone who oozes leadership.
Rose, I ooze leadership, all right? I had a dog for 5 years, and Nala was the most obedient dog I had. If I told her to go outside, she went straight for the doggy door. If she wanted to eat, I'd tell her to go right for the bowl, and she'd go running. I told her to go to sleep, go right for the bed. Right in the corner, no questions.
Under the assumption you're gonna throw her a bone.
Why would I do that? You know, like bones, they tend to splinter.
Look,
they go
Brian,
into the
I
stomach.
just have to be honest here. You're just not right for this job. Dogs need someone who oozes leadership, and I'm not sure that's running through your veins.
It is, though.
I just don't see it.
Yo, if you just give me a shot, I can show
And watch that shot come back and bite me because an owner isn't satisfied with your service. I've been here before, Brian. I'm not giving any more chances. It's too much of a liability.
I'm not a liability, though.
When it comes to the safety of my customers and their pets, you are.
Safety.
Yeah, and I can't spend every waking moment shadowing you so you won't screw up. I have a business to run.
You know what? You're right. This isn't for me, you know?
I'm glad you can finally see it my way.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we can see eye to eye. And while we're on the same page, I want to give you some words of advice, you know? You run a pet store, not a Fortune 500 company.
Excuse me?
Say hello to Ray for me.
What does he have to do with this? Get out of here!
Miss Johnson, how you doing? I'm glad you can make it.
Thank you for seeing me, Mr. Owen. As Eve describes, you seem to be quite busy.
Yeah, well, I hope that doesn't turn you off to the offer.
No, not at all.
Well, Eve, she tends to be pretty hyperbolic, and it's good to hear that hasn't changed.
No, it hasn't. And she had only great things to say about you.
Likewise, and even if she didn't, your resume speaks for itself. It's really impressive.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
22 years of accounting work and a master's in business has me baffled that you're not running your own company by now.
Well, it's not that I hadn't thought about it. Truth be told, I've always wanted to open up a pizzeria and specialize in deep dish.
Why deep dish?
Well, my family's from Southside Chicago, and you know what they say about our pizza.
I prefer Brooklyn style, really.
I'm guessing you're a New Yorker.
BK all day. I gotta stay loyal to my pizza.
No, same here.
Then why not get a master's in culinary? It's not too late.
Well, dreams tend to stay dreams when kids come in the picture.
Oh, you have children?
Son, he just turned 20. Smart kid, but oh my God, smart mouth. But he has a good heart like his father. He's studying to be an RN right now.
Wow, medical school is no joke. That sounds like a smart kid.
You're telling me the fees are ridiculous.
Yeah, well, at least you have a career that'll help you pay off those bills in the meantime.
Well, until he actually says the Hippocratic Oath, I'm gonna be working here with you, trying to get those bills paid.
Well, here you definitely can, because the personal assistant position starts at $17.50 an hour.
Yeah, that would help.
Okay, great. Well, I would draw up the paperwork now, but I'm swamped with a case, and I gotta make a dent in these depositions by tonight.
Well, hopefully it's nothing too crazy.
No, it's not that bad. It's just a lot of moving parts. There's a Carrabba's down the street from a college town with a bunch of zombie cooks working in the kitchen. That's a safety hazard.
How so?
Well, imagine if your kid came in for a cannoli and left with food poisoning because somebody was dripping blood in the ricotta.
Well, that sounds a little hyperbolic, but I guess I could see your point. It wouldn't bother us much, though.
Why wouldn't it?
Brian's a zombie.
Seriously?
Is there a problem?
No, I'm just confused. He's a zombie, but he wants to be a doctor?
No, he wants to be an RN.
They're in the same field, though.
True, but it's easier to be an RN.
Easier to control a zombie nurse than a zombie brain surgeon?
Excuse me?
Trying to wrap my head around this. You're trying to put a zombie through medical school, but you feel like opening up a pizzeria is too far-fetched?
Watch yourself, Clive. I'm not gonna have you sit here and insult my son's aspirations because he's different.
Different? Denise, he's a goddamn zombie. I'm sorry if I offended you, but you're pretty much setting that boy up to fail. You think anybody in their right mind is gonna want a zombie working in a hospital? They don't even want him in the kitchen.
So what are you trying to say? My son shouldn't be able to help people?
Look, I commend your son for trying to help people, but don't you think this is a bit Sisyphean? I mean, what about what you want?
Well, at this moment, I want to go home. Thank you for the opportunity, but this isn't for me after all.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Spike Lee.
I'm not that Clive Owen.
Does it look like I give a damn?
Denise.
If you ain't buying or adding to the topic of discussion, I'm gonna need you to get out that doorway, young blood.
I saw the sign in the window. I decided to come in.
Any prior musical experience?
I mean, I make it.
What kind of music you make? Mumble rap?
You do know zombies make more than just mumble rap, right?
Well, being as I own this shop, I would think so, young blood. I'm just saying because you young. You know, y'all young guys always talking about, y'all know what y'all doing. All that Tom, Dick, and Jane just goes straight to amigos.
I'm guessing you're not that big of a fan?
Carl? No, sir. I mean, they cool and all that, but that's not my scene. I listen to them, I go straight to the 80s.
I hear you. It's not really my scene either, but there's always something dope out there. You just got to be open to it.
That it is. If you really think about it, all that stuff, there's no real definition of what's good and bad. All that shit is subjective.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's all expression at the end of the day.
That it is, young blood. That it is. Got a name?
Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson. What you got going on tomorrow, Brian Johnson, around noon?
I mean, I have a class that ends around like 11:30, but I can be here around 11:45.